Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group and you are watching to the Market Watch review. The dollar's downward correction continues today thanks to hawkish signals coming from the Reserve Bank of Australia and unnamed sources who have emphasized the possibility of a 50 BP increase by the European Central Bank on Wednesday. European equities are being affected by the possibility of a more aggressive ECB. After rallying 2.7% over the past two sessions, Stoxx 600 is now slightly lower. The U.S. futures are up. Asia-Pacific equity markets were mixed and mostly lower yesterday after the U.S. losses. Gold may be holding steady due to the dollar's pullback. It is currently up $5 to $1,714.50. The September WTI rose 5.1% yesterday. This is the highest level in 2 months, and it is slightly lower today. Asian Pacific market. Tomorrow morning, Japan will release its June trade figures. Japan is experiencing a significant decline in its terms of trade, despite the BOJ's continued support for monetary policy. For the third consecutive session, the US dollar has been lower than the Japanese yen. It would mark the longest losing streak for the greenback since March if it continues. The speculation about a more aggressive rate hiking cycle was sparked by comments made by Deputy Governor Bullock and minutes from Australia's central banking meeting earlier in the month. The hawkish comments and minutes of the Australian dollar caused a surge in the Australian dollar to $0.6900. Since June 8, it has not closed above its 20-day moving average. Market of Europe. Unattributed newswire reports that the ECB is still discussing a Thursday move of 50 BP. The fact that inflation has risen is not news. However, the leak from a quiet period before the meeting was accepted at face value. The euro fell to $0.9950 last Wednesday, prompting last night's commentary. It was briefly elevated above $1.0250. Two developments are worth noting in the UK. The first is that the Labour report revealed an acceleration in jobs growth. A second round of voting will take place for the Conservative leader later today. Yesterday's round saw Tugendhat eliminated. Sterling is still not at the same level as yesterday's high. The moving average for the 20-day period is closer to $1.2050. Market of America. June housing is on tap. They've been moving in a sawtooth fashion, with monthly changes between increases and decreases. The most significant change since COVID was implemented in May saw starts fall by 14.4%. Yesterday's report of Canada's June housing start fell 8.3%. This pace is second best this year and still higher than the 12-month average. The US dollar continues to consolidate its 3-day slump against the Canadian currency, which dropped to 1.2900 yesterday. After the risk appetites reversed, the Canadian dollar gained quickly and the greenback returned almost to 1.30. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.